what am I going to do with it? And that will come from you having an idea or a dream or a goal or a passion that you want to fulfill that you can start to plan towards. Now, the next one is if someone gave you 36,000 naira, what would you do with 36,000 naira? Now, this is a good one. Who can tell me if I gave you 36,000 naira, what would you do with it? You know we're going to give 10 people 10,000 naira, but I want to know what you do with 36,000 naira, yes?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel. With 36,000, I would first save 20.
Well done.
Then with the sum of 16, I'll just provide the immediate needs of my siblings and my family.
Good.
With 6, then 10 for myself. That's it. With
Brilliant.
36.
That's a very good answer. Well done. In fact, you get a book for that. Let's get one more. I like the way you split up the 36,000 naira. That's very good. One more. Sorry, what's your name? Actually, come and get the book because I'll forget. Yes? Go ahead.
Good afternoon. My name is Adiering Timley Martins. With 36,000, I'll spend 35,000 buying books and
Books? Okay.
and 1,000 transporting myself there.
I like that. Okay. But I think the lesson there actually is that if you can manage 36,000 naira well, like the gentleman said about how we split it up into 3 things, then it will be very easy to manage 1 million, 10 million or whatever. And that's the attitude you have to have with money. So it's not a question of how much you have or how little you have. It's how well you know how to spend the little or the lot you have. Okay, next slide. We'll skip the rest. Next slide, please. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, stop. So this is some other things you could do. What would you like? So again, these are some things just to get you thinking. It's just to get your creative mind and your creative juices thinking about, like I said, what you want to spend money on. But this can also help you start to think about things you would like to have. What are the things you like to have? Do you want to own a car, a house, a business, set up a factory? What would you like to have? Do you want to own a school? Do you want to own an orphanage? Whatever. Begin to think about the things you would like to have. And again, you can start to plan towards it. Also, you should think about the things you would like to do. What would you like to do? Do you want to work in an orphanage? Do you want to run a charity? Do you want to run the marathon? What would you like to do? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to, act in a play? And then finally, places you would like to go. Do you want to travel around Nigeria? Do you want to travel around Africa? Do you want to travel around the world? So again, you begin to think about these things. And then once you have an idea of what your passion is or where your passion lies, you have a goal to where you're investing towards or what you're investing for. Next slide. So would you be willing to give 10% of your money to the charity of your choice? Yes or no? Okay, half said yes, half kept quiet. Let me ask again. How many of you are willing to give 10% of your income away? Okay, that's good. Next slide. Now, if your answer is yes, you are what you call an enlightened billionaire in the making. You'll find that people who give actually get a lot back. Now, the question is, what is an enlightened billionaire? Who can give an answer to that? What is an enlightened billionaire? Gosh, the hands are always going up at the back. What is
Okay, in my opinion, I think an enlightened billionaire is someone who makes money in a way that he could give back to society and empower others to make money too. So everyone around him are millionaires, become millionaires.
Brilliant, well done, well done. Come and get a book. That's a very good answer. Let's get another one. What's an enlightened billionaire?
I guess it's someone for whom the money isn't the end goal. The money is a means and not the end, so they're not too attached to the amounts they make. They don't throw it away per se. They add value, make money, and then use that money to add more value.
Brilliant. That's another good answer.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's very important. Money is never the end game. You want to better people's lives. Yes?
Okay. To my own opinion,
Okay.
someone with an investment mindset.
No, not really, no. You know what they say about opinion are like noses. Yes? We all have one and it has 2 holes in it. Yes? Last one,
Yeah.
quickly.
Someone who knows what to do to sustain his wealth.
Sort of, yes, not bad. Okay, but I like those first 2 answers. You know, being an enlightened millionaire is somebody who is not just making money for himself, but is making money to empower people, make people better, and also empower people around them. Seed, there's one
You've
important
heard that
thing.
from Mrs. Awoshika, and I still have others
Oh,
who I'm
so
going
what?
to interview in a very short while. So I would just want you to sit back and relax while
One
they come
more
on
thing, very
board.
important to grow the
Stay
tree.
blessed.
Huh? Time, well done. Time. Do you plant a seed today and the tree will grow tomorrow? You need what? Time. So it's very important to remember time. So let's recap. To grow a real tree, next slide, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Okay, stop. So you can see you need seed, water, soil, sunshine, air, and most importantly, time. Time is a crucial part in growing a real tree. Okay? So if you remember this, this is exactly what we're going to use to grow our money tree. Okay, next slide. Let's see the money tree. So for the money tree, what do you need? Next, you need the seed, which is your money. Now, if you plant a real tree and you water it once and you never water it again, what will happen? It will die. So it's the same with the money tree. When you plant it with the seed, which is your money, you need to keep watering it. Next. So the watering it is you adding money on a regular basis to it. You can do it weekly, you can do it monthly, you can do it, twice a month. It's all up to you how often you want to water your money tree. Next. And then time. It takes time for the money to grow. So you're not going to plant your money tree today and then you have $1 million tomorrow. It will take time. But we're going to talk about that to see how you can shorten the time for your money tree. Next slide. So you can see these are the steps to grow a real tree. So you buy the seed, plant it in the soil and keep watering it. But same with the money tree, you earn the seed, then invest it in an investment account, and then keep adding money to make it grow. Next. So, decision time. Let's assume you've grown an apple tree. You've planted the apple tree seed, you've watered it, you've cared for it. It's now a big apple tree and you've got lots of apples on the tree. You have to now decide what to do. Now, do you eat the apples on the tree? Who can tell me what you do with the apples that have grown?
You plant the apple again and get more.
Any other guesses? What do you do with the apple? Yes? Oh, I'll let you say that.
Eat some, sell some, and then you plant some.
Well done.
Seeds from the apple.
Well
The
done.
apple itself.
Good. That's a very good answer. So you can see that's the same thing you can do with your... Yes, you can... That's been very positive. Well done. So that's the same thing you do with your investment too. Well, or your money tree. So with the money tree too, you can spend some of the money and you invest some. And that means you can plant some more. So yeah, you can have fun. Eat some of the fruit. Would you cut the tree down? You won't. So you can also, it doesn't make sense to cut the tree down. But that's what a lot of people do with their money tree. They start their money tree, they open an investment account, it makes some money, and then they close it, take all the money out and spend it. That's like cutting your money tree down, and that's being short-sighted. So that's why it's important to always keep thinking about the real tree and your money tree. So the aim is to live off and enjoy the fruit. Don't cut the tree down. So it's the same with your investment account. You can invest the money, earn interest, make money, but don't think about reinvesting the money. Some of it. You can enjoy yourself with some, but reinvest, plant more seeds, and keep going. Next slide. So, like I said, do you take the seeds from the fruit? Keep going. So like I said, if you like more money trees, you just keep planting the seeds and watch your money tree multiply. You can plant a whole orchard and watch it grow. So you can see next time anyone tells you money doesn't grow on trees, you can tell them differently. It does grow on trees. You can grow your own money tree. Next. Now, hold on. Which do you prefer? Do you want me to give you, next slide, 1,000 naira every day for 30 days, or teach you to double 1 kobo every day for 30 days? Oh, hold on. Go back. You're going too quick. So which do you prefer? 1,000 naira every day for 30 days, or teach you to double 1 kobo every day for 30 days? Teach you to double it. Okay, so I should keep my 1,000 naira a day. Yes, I like that. Okay, so 1,000 naira every day for 30 days is how much? 1 kobo doubled every day for 30 days is how much? Whoever gets this will get a book. 1 kobo doubled every day for 30 days is how much? 60 kobo, okay. Any other guesses? You
30 kobo sum to infinity.
Okay, next slide. So, next slide. 1,000 naira a day for 30 days is 30,000 naira. 1 kobo doubled every day, next slide, is 2.6 million naira. 2.6, that's a party trick. You can do that at a party and trick people. So 1 kobo doubled every day for 30 days is 2.6 million naira. How? Okay. We'll show you how. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to show you how. I can see you're more attentive now. Okay. Now, actually, before I tell you the answer on this, who can tell me why this is possible? Why 1 kobo doubled every day for 30 days can be 2.6 million? What is the concept that makes this possible? Yep.
Good day, sir. My name is Larry. It's a concept called compounding.
Well done. Come and get the book. That's it. Actually, before he gets the book, define compound interest.
It's an accumulation of little bits of resource day by day till it gets bigger to a very large.
Okay, let me help you out. You said compound. No, leave me with the mic. You said compound interest. What is compounding?
Compounding. Increment.
I'm hinting you. I said define compound what?
Interest.
Okay, so define it.
Okay, interest that builds up gradually.
Okay, you still get the book, but you. Okay, let's try. You get the idea. Okay.
So the idea of compound interest
Oh, come and
is
get your
that
book.
you have your principal and then your interest is added to it, and now your interest and your principal gets for you interest, and then your interest gets
Well
to your
done,
interest
well
and your
done.
principal.
Well done. So you earn interest on your interest and interest. You will get the CD. You get the orphans CD. Well done. That's a good one. So that's what compound interest is all about. You earn interest on your interest on your interest on your interest. And that's what can make 1 kobo become 2.6 million naira in 30 days. So basically what happens is that I'm talking about doubling. Doubling means 100% return. You're not going to get 100% return every day. But basically on day 1 kobo becomes 2 kobo. Isn't that right? Day 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Are you following? So do that at home. You will see you get to 2.6 million naira. So if you can get an investment that will give you 100% a day, then you get, but you're not going to get that. Next slide. Now, this is one I'll teach you now. So this is about watering your tree. How much money do you need to water your money tree every month? So you're saying, okay, I'm going to get my seed, plant my money tree, and I need to water it. So how much do you need to be watering it on a monthly basis? This will help you out. Now, if you invest 360 naira a day, you can turn it into 360 million naira. Do you know that? Yes. No, you should not know with inflation. So 360 million naira a day can be turned into 360 million naira. Now, it all depends on what you're investing that 360 naira a day in. Now, 360 naira a day times 30 days is 10,800, isn't that right? So 10,800 naira a month. If you invest 10,800 naira a month, that can generate into 360 million naira. Now, this is where this table helps you out. Now, if you invest that 10,800 naira a month into something that is giving you a 3% interest rate a year, you will get your 360 million naira in 150 years. You don't like that? No. Now, the reason why that is important, I hope First Bank are keeping their ears closed. I don't want First Bank to hear this. But you can see this is when you get interest on your savings account. You know you get 3% or something less than 3%. You can now see it's not getting you anywhere. So if you've got 150 years to play with, you can invest your money in a savings account. So you can now see, that is why it's important to understand compound interest. Because savings account doesn't cut it in terms of how much you're going to be making. Okay, let's jump to 15%. Because I'll tell you something that you can definitely get 15% interest today. Are you all happy with that? I'll tell you something that you can do today and you will all get 15% every year. Are we agreed? The thing is that you say yes, but I hope you will take action. So, let's look at 15%. So if you do 10,000 naira, 10,800 naira a month at 15% interest rate a year. Oh, okay.
Before Remy gets into our trouble. No. See, if we didn't want you to learn everything, if we didn't want you to learn about everything, we wouldn't openly empower you so much. Now, I'll tell you the role of the savings account in it, because it's important. Because it's your first collection point. Yeah. Do you understand? So it is what helps you to form the habit. It is where you gather. And when you have gathered in line with your goal, you then move on in line with the things that is teaching. Do you understand? So you don't now say, oh no, Dr. Banjoko already said, no savings account. No. You cannot put it under your pillow in your house. Somebody, and if money is easily accessible to you, you will spend it. And you will do other things with it. That's what the savings account helps you to do. It's not for free. You still get interest, but you don't get a lot of interest. Why? Because it is accessible to you. You've not tied it up for the bank to be able to use it more constructively. You can walk to the bank every day and take your money out. That's the reason why you don't get high interest rate, because we can't hold your money back. We must make it available to you every single day. But the savings account serves as a point of collection. But you still get, before you didn't really get any interest. But CBN regulation now requires that the banks pay you 3.5% or 3.6% or something. That's what you get as a minimum. But after you have gathered there, you then begin to move into other instruments. Okay? That's the role the savings account plays.
Actually, we'll still come to savings account and we'll tie it up there. But like we said, what we want now is high interest at 15%. And we'll talk about how you're going to get that 15% today. So with the 15% of 10,800 naira a month, at 15% a year, you can make 360 million naira in 43 years. So you can see 43 years is still within a lifetime. So 10,800 a month, 15% interest rate a year, you can get 360 million naira in 43 years. Now the key is, how can you shorten that duration? Any guesses? Any guess? How can you, yeah, go ahead. How can you make that 43 years shorter?
If you invest more.
Yep. Exactly, it's as simple. Okay, how do you get that more money to invest? You say you invest more. How do you get the more money? Who can guess? How do you get that more money? Where do you get it from? Now, apart from the intro, who's got the microphone? I don't want to go that far. I will get out of breath. Now, let me just give you the answer. The thing is that she's correct. If you want to shorten the term, you invest more. It's not rocket science. But of course, that more money will come from you earning more money or you saving more money, as in less expenses. So you cut down on your expenses. So you do a combination of cutting down on your expenses, what we call delayed gratification. So you cut down on your expenses and see if you can earn more money. So that's the one way you can get more, because like you rightly said, the more you invest, the shorter the duration. Next slide. Next. Now this just gives you an idea of what things really cost. So it's say, for instance, you're buying soft drinks at 100 naira a bottle, and let's say you buy it 12 times a month. So you buy Coke, Fanta 12 times a month. In a year, you would have spent 14,000 naira. Now, if you have invested that same 14,000 naira at 15% over 25 years, you would have made 3.3 million naira. Let's look at the clothes. So if you bought clothes worth 9,000 a month, in a year would have spent 100,000. If you have invested that same amount over 25 years at 15%, you would have made 24 million naira. So you can begin to see that even just by cutting the cost of what you buying Coke or buying this and invest it, you can get more money and make a lot more money. Next slide. So this is your 9-step plan. Like I said, we'll make this presentation available for you. But I want you now to go through this 9-step plan. Step 1. Next slide. So step 1 is you need to get your seed and make the seed. So you need to list 10 ways you can make money. Any idea how can you make money? Who can give me some ideas how you can make money? Sorry? Buy and sell? Well, what are you buying and what are you selling? Yes? Yes, online. You can sell things online. You have to be creative on how you can create an income for yourself, not at the expense of your studies or your school, please. But you have to think of ways to create. This is homework for you. So list 10 ways you can begin to make money either from doing odd jobs, side business, doing errands, saving money, costing your cost, and then you begin to get extra income. Next slide. So step 2 is for you to record your income. Make sure you document what you're earning. And that gives you the habit of being accountable when money is coming in and going out. Next slide, quickly. Now, step 3, Mrs. Shawoshika. Look at step 3. So step 3 is that when you made all this money, you put it in one bank account, either a current account or savings account. First Bank. So, like she rightly said earlier, when you make all this money, when you're cutting down on your savings, when you're cutting down on your expenses, you're earning money here and there, you're recording it, you now need to put all this money into a bank account. Because like she rightly said, you can't put the money under your bed, or if you leave it in your pocket, you will spend it. So you need to open a First Bank account, a current account or a savings account, open an account and start putting all that money in there. The money you're earning, the money you're saving, you're putting everything in the bank account. Next slide. And then once a month, you check your bank account and see how much you've raised from doing all this, cutting expenses and all that. Next slide. And then step 5, you give 10% to the charity of your choice or the church of your choice. You remember we talked about being an enlightened billionaire. Next slide. Then you keep watering your money tree. So you put this money that you've been putting in your account, and you've been recording it in your First Bank account, your savings or current account. Then you now decide how much of that money you then want to put in your investment account. Now, First Bank also has FBNM Quest, asset management, where all of you can open an investment account. So the money would then go from your savings or current account to your investment account. Are you all following? And it's in the investment account we're now going to talk about how you then get your 15, 16% returns. Next slide. So you need to open an investment account. And like I said, the FBNN Quest Asset Management team are here. They can all show you how you can open an investment account to start to invest. And that's what we're going to, that is where you now start getting those returns on your money. Next slide. So you set goals for the things you like to buy when you have enough money in your investment account. We did that in the beginning, where you now think about what you would do with 36,000 naira, 360,000, what you like to have. So you would have set your goals so you know what you're investing for.